Yo, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Smokey O Drift. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to tune a drift car step by step. Now, I'm going to be breaking everything that you need to know down. So if CarX decides to make some changes on their physics later on, you'll still be able to tune your car. So we're going to first start off by buying a car. We're going to do something a little different. Yeah, let's get the Crown. So this is the Toyota Majesta Crown. We're going to tune this. Now, when you first get the car out, the first thing that you need to do is change your tires. I made the mistake a bunch of times buying cars and not changing the tires directly when I get the car. Tune the car based off of how grippy it is. It's a common mistake, so just make sure that's the first thing you do. All right, let's get right into the tuning. All right, guys, look, we're gonna do a straightforward build. No engine swaps, no tranny swaps. It's gonna be straightforward. Another rule of thumb is, I know your next question is, well, what class is the best class? We really mainly run C4. C4 is anywhere from 300 and something horsepower to 600 and something, maybe even 700 and something horsepower, depending on what car, how much it weighs. So we're gonna put all racing parts on here and see where we come out. Hopefully we be around like C4. Also, I'm gonna run an ultimate fuel tank on here. The reason why is gonna bring me back down on C4 where I can upgrade the car a little bit more and give it a little bit more horsepower, just so I can keep up with some of the faster guys. All right, now let's get into the transmission. Now, ultimate clutch always, but when it comes to the differential, you can run a welded. The reason why you can run a welded, because I think it gives it like 100, like a full 100 on the diff locking. So if you're looking down at the bottom right of the diff locking, you'll see that's a 400, but the ultimate gives it like a 65. So I'm gonna run the ultimate just because I just don't need that, that much angle. I don't need that much diff locking. So I'm cool on the welded. Now this is what I was saying. Now listen, we could put a weight reduction on. It's just gonna up the class. Now we would have to take off parts to put the weight reduction on to keep it in C4, but it'll basically almost be the same thing. The car would be a little bit more lighter, less horsepower, but it'll still either be faster or it'll keep the same momentum that it already has. So that's why I always put an ultimate tank in there. Now when it comes to the suspension parts, I normally max all of these out. The only things that I don't normally upgrade are the stabilizers. The reason why, those are my absolute last thing that I'm gonna use on the car to get it to stop spinning out. So I really only use stabilizers on vehicles that I did like a rear-wheel drive swap on, any swap like that, an all-wheel drive swap and stuff like that, to get it to stop spinning out. That's literally the only time I use them. Now when it comes to dampers, I don't really use dampers all the time, but even if you don't tune the dampers already come pre-tuned. So I kind of leave them as is and it makes things smoother. Now we do ultimate on the spacers all the time. Now rim size, all depending on your car and your fitment, how you really want to go. I always keep it around 235, 245. So now if I have a heavier car or a bigger car like this one, we're around like 1700 kg right now, I'm probably end up running like 255. I'm gonna try to keep it from that, but yeah, we're gonna probably run like 255. These 16s I'm not really feeling. Probably put like 17s. I might go to 18s and we'll call it. Let me see. Now the only reason why I'm gonna go 18s because I'm looking more for like a VIP look, like on this. Just because, it is a Crown. So we're gonna run those and then probably run some -5 stretch. Put some little rubber bands on there. Should probably look pretty fine. Yeah, pretty small. The stretch should give me more grip and speed, but we should be pretty fine. The -5 just looks so clean. All right, so now we're gonna get into the tune. We're gonna go all the way back to the engine. So when it comes to engine, this doesn't have any ultimate parts on it. So there's only a few things we could tune, and I always turn up my RPM and the rev limiter. I always turn those max every car. Now this high torque thing, like I will only do that in my highs, like in the high part of the gears. If I needed some more torque, I would turn this up, or the turbine pressure. If I wanted my car to go faster and get a little bit more boost a little quicker, I would turn this up. But we're gonna leave it as is for right now. So first thing when you come to transmission is turn down your gear shifting speed and your transmission losses. Now let me explain final drive. If you go down to the left, you will go through your gears slower. If you go up to the right, you will go through your gears a lot faster. Now we're gonna leave all of this alone. We're just gonna test the car first before we make any adjustments. Now we have nothing in the body and we're gonna go straight to suspension. Now, since I said I was gonna go for like a VIP look, we're definitely gonna try to slam this thing down. But I'm gonna try to keep it off the ground just a little bit, but just keep that in mind. I'm gonna slam this thing. So let me turn this down. Yeah, let me pull it down here. By that. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop this all the way down. Let me buy that. Let's go up one, and let's go up one. Decent. All right. Let's talk about camber. Now, camber can give you like more angle if you go negative on the camber. Going positive on the camber is unheard of, and it doesn't look good at all. But more negative, more slip. That right amount of camber though, you get that perfect angle and a really good look, and the right amount of grip and slip. We're gonna leave ours alone because it looks pretty good. Now caster angle. Now I like to leave it at 9 because 9 is like a middle base. If I want more angle, like a wider transgression on the angle, I would turn my caster up. Now Ackerman, if you're spinning out, you want to turn your Ackerman down. I always like to turn mine around 30 and then go test the car and then see what I need to do from there. Steering angle, always max out your steering angle. And then when it comes to your front toe, I kind of give a negative toe and test that out just so when I transition I can really get up on the door. Now they just updated. Before we only used to get 70 on our front bias, but now we get 80, like you can get to 100. So 85 is pretty good. That way most of your brake balance is in the front and you can get more of your ass end of the vehicle to spin around when you hit the brake. Okay, let's give me some positive camber in the rear. And I think that's pretty much good. Now, like I was saying about the dampers, if you look at the dampers, each damper has their own value already set. Even though it's in the middle, it already comes with a value. That helps a lot with some cars. It makes them smoother, especially when you go over certain bumps and curbs. This actually helps without even tuning it. So we're just gonna leave those for there for now. Now this is just all wheel fitment. Now this will change how your car either handles or reacts. Like the wider your front track is, the slower it will react. So always keep that in mind. Other than that, man, let's go take this thing outside. Let's go test it and see what adjustments we have to make from there. So I'm already knowing that we're gonna have to change our gears. Yeah, second was way too short. Let me feel second again. Yeah, second is way too short. Third is short. So I know fourth is probably a little short. Or not short, it's probably actually long, to be honest. Alright, get some angle here. So it's handling the angle. I do feel like I want to come down on the Ackerman just to make it a little bit more stable. Oh my guy, why are you stopping? Did he just beep at me? Alright, let's make some adjustments real quick. Alright, so we're gonna shorten second, long in third, and maybe long in fourth. So let's shorten second. Let's try that right there. Let's bring that down. And let's just bring fourth up and then try it. Alright, so let me run this little line that's right here. Now to be honest, this is gonna be probably almost the last like tweak to this. So once I like go back in there one or two more times and it's complete. So now I just over angled right there. So I know I need to come down on the Ackerman. All right. Oh, I forgot it's traffic. I'm not gonna be able to run the line. There's traffic. Oh. But she's smooth though, chat. She do feel a little bit on the slower side. She's super smooth, but I can either do two things. I can go up on the stretch tires and make them regular stretch instead of the -5 that they are, or I can make my actual tire bigger from a 45 to a 55, just because she is a little heavier. So let's change these gears. Second needs to come down. Third, we'll leave it alone. Now we definitely got to come down in the Ackerman. Remember, I was getting too much angle. Now 25, we'll try that first, and then if that don't work, the 20 will fix it. All right, now remember, I also was like a little slow, so we're gonna go with, I think, 245s before we go to 55s. Yeah, 245s should be pretty much fine. And then ultimately, if we have to go higher, the highest I probably will go is 255, or I would just change the tires. So let's test it out and see what she feels like. Okay, second feels a little better, but I can still feel she needs to be a little shorter. Oh yeah, but she's so smooth. Got that right angle too, especially because she's a longer car. You need a little sharper angle. This is perfect. Okay, we didn't spin either, so going down on our Ackerman definitely helped us out right there. Oh, let's try to get past these cars. Let's go. Excuse me, guy. Oh, my father. All right, now I really want to test this out on online, but first let's do a quick makeover. Not gonna lie, this is a pretty smooth build, bro. Like, this thing is coasting. Now, I know it's nighttime and I really can't see my paint, but I'm not feeling it. I'm either going to go black or white, bro. For real. You know what? Haha! It's like magic. Nah, let me stop playing. Hey, I'm loving it. This car is super smooth. I made a few more adjustments when I went to go make the change the paint. So I'm gonna run the complete build at the end of the video. That way, if you guys want this very build that we just worked on, you guys can have it. I'm gonna play it back really fast so I don't drag you guys out any longer. Alright guys, that's it for the video. I hope I provided some type of information that allowed you guys to tune your drift cars better. And until the next one, stay blessed, stay dangerous, and stay drifty. Peace!